Hello friends, this is Sanjay Shah and I am presenting you my novel The Unfiled Case for Uspurta channel. This is recording for chapter 5. Previously we saw that Vaini Sahib was holding up at her brother's place. Bahu Sahib tightens the screw on Priya to come back and speak. Tara Didi is able to get some details about the case. Dada Sahib gathers his team to tackle the issue. Now, going into chapter 5. Bahu Sahib and Tara Didi were part of the family, but Mama Raste and Advocate Verma were no less. Everybody was close to Dada Saheb and wished well for him. This time, the matter was little delicate with Vaini Saheb involved. However, Dada Saheb was expert in making people speak up and pour out their minds. He made everybody at ease and set the tone. He requested everybody to talk freely and report first what all they have gathered. He himself said, media has gathered so much noise on all this issue. They have kicked up so much dust that we need to settle our thoughts to see the issue clearly. He further said, Tara, why don't you brief everybody what Manoj told you? Manoj Dimbalkar was Vaini Sahib's brother and he spoke to Tara at length. She reported the same to Dada Sahib the same day. Dada Sahib knew, but he wanted everybody to hear Tara's version the very next day when everybody gathered shortly after lunch. Tara said in terse voice, Manoj Mama answered my call and told me that Vaini Sahib is consulting about a criminal matter, and that too will be against family members. This came to me as a shocker. She never intervened in our political matters, and that too at such time. This affected Bhau Sahib the most, as he was already thinking of his election prospects. Though Dada had never told him openly, he knew that the legacy was his to claim. He was expecting Dada to hand him the mantle as soon as the upcoming state assembly elections. This misadventure of Vaini Sahib will be an unforced error. The political opponent were just willing to pick up some such issue which will undermine him. Not just the ruling Maharashtra Samata party, but some opponents with DPP within DPP itself were looking for some opening like this. This won't be good news. He reacted with angst. How can she do that? And what is this case and against whom? Tara did not answer that, as she did not know what the case was. However, she knew the names of Bhau and Dada were involved. She did not want to say that, as the exclusion of her name and her bearing the news will not pan out well. They may think she was part of Vaini Sahib's plan. She was really worried, but did not want the opinion of Dada Saheb and others to swing against her. She knew that Mama Raste and Dada Saheb were key if she were to push for her candidature in place of Dada in the state assembly elections. Advocate Verma was able to analyze the situation better. He could see that this was not a civil matter which he expected to be. He just said, you can't file a criminal case in court of law. You may have to take complaint at a police station first, and then a proper investigation may take place. Has she gone down that route? Such criminal matters are sometimes routinely shunted out by the police, saying that there is not much evidence or clues are available. Many a times the authorities are pressured by political parties. He remembered one recent case where a political leader had tweeted with details of marriage and birth certificate of a police officer to just falsify the officer and take away his dignity. Tara Didi was not aware of a complaint filed yet, but she knew that the case is not a recent one. She said, I got to know that we are talking about a case from many years back, and that is the reason why Vaini Sahib is meeting lawyers, as some details or evidence of the case are sketchy. Dada Sahib was already feeling a little agitated, given now he knew that Vaini Sahib is pursuing a criminal matter. If she files a complaint with police authorities and then they lead to first information report, FIR as it is called, it will lead to a lot of negative publicity. We need to really stop the prospect of complaint and FIR getting filed. She should not approach any authorities before we reach out to her. Mama Raste was quite composed and calm. He could spell it out for everybody. So, all we know is she is just prospecting, but not yet filed any complaint. Otherwise, the media would have been reporting those aspects as well. Why don't we speak to her and figure out what the issue is? Bhau could not take the calm reaction from Mama Raste. And if she files, the Maharashtra Samata Party foxes are just going to be baying for our blood. We should just stop her. It will affect everything. Bhau was referring to the political party which was the biggest adversary of DPP. Vermaji's legal mind also started working. We should anticipate what she would have on family members. So, if we need to defend, we can work out. Vermaji was already thinking that he can refer the case to his friend in criminal practice once he knows some basic facts about the case. Now everybody was expecting Dada Saheb to suggest next steps. Priya had already started for Karad. Earlier she got the message from her father to come back as soon as possible as her mother is not well and hospitalized. She was wondering why Vaini Saheb reacted with an uncompleted smile when she told her the news. She was dropped off at the Fulton bus stand by Vaini Saheb's car and she took a bus to Karad. As her father Dattatreya had suggested, she messaged the details of her travel to her father. At Karad bus station, she was surprised to see her father waiting for her, as was a car from the bungalow. She thought it was a generous expression from Dada Saheb to help her in challenging times. But she could not understand why her father would come to pick her up instead of staying with her mother in hospital. Things got a little stranger when the car took the route of bungalow instead of any hospital. She looked at her father, who was sitting with his face down. Why are we going towards bungalow? She said. Dattatreya could not answer. Ganesh, who was driving the car, said, Bhau Sahib wants to speak to you. Till they reached the bungalow, Dattatreya had told Priya that her mother is all right and she was summoned here on the insistence of Bhau Sahib. Priya got the hold of the situation now, so they want more details about Vaini Sahib's activity. Priya was taken to library in the bungalow. Ganesh was told to drop off Priya's father and Priya's luggage to her place. Priya waited there for a few minutes when Bhau Sahib appeared. She could not register her protest of being called back abruptly. Bhau immediately bombarded her with a barrage of questions regarding Vaini Sahib and her case that she was looking at. Priya resisted as she did not want to betray the trust that Vaini Sahib had placed in her. Bhau kept asking in different ways. His voice level kept increasing and language started to become harsher. That was the point when Priya broke down and started weeping inconsolably. Mama Raste knew about a couple of troublesome cases in Dada Saheb's career, but was not sure if Vaini Saheb would rake it up. Also, at such stage of their life, it was about leaving legacy rather than fighting cases and destroying legacy. A criminal case, whether successfully proven or not, will still leave a big dent on election prospects. It will surely reduce Dada Saheb's stature in the party and the empire can get shaken. Advocate Verma wanted to get some reading about what are possible cases so that he can brief his friend in criminal practice. With just Mama Raste and Dada Saheb in the room, he picked up the topic and said, "We should be prepared if we know what possible criminal cases can come up." Dada got this opportunity to take some weight off his chest. "Do you think about the Sarpotdar case? This was an old case where an upcoming youth leader suddenly committed suicide by hanging himself below a flyover. Mama was well aware of the burden and guilt Dada carried of this case. He was aware of the indirect role in his suppression as a leader due to pressure from party high command. He just brushed aside the thought that maybe Dada had a bigger role than he knew in this. As Mama just nodded negatively, Dada got a bit of comfort. Was it the case of State Transport Union leader? Advocate Verma spoke. He then just bit his tongue as if he had stepped over the line. As this one was not directly associated with Dada Saheb. Though Dada Saheb was transport minister at that time and he had handled the strike of the transport union, the strike broke down after the union leader Maruti Kamble went missing suddenly. He never returned and was suspected to be dead. Dada Saheb just ignored Advocate Verma's question, as he had ignored headlines and news on this subject for a long time. Bhau Saheb moved out of the library, and in the door Tara Didi was waiting. It was part of the plan to handle Priya. Once Tara Didi went in, Priya relaxed a bit. Tara comforted her and offered her water. They discussed for a while how she was called with false news and gotten into bungalow directly. Slowly, it moved to how men are a little insensitive and our society needs to have better upbringing. Tara Didi said, "Priya, you should consider telling what Vaini Sahib is up to. As you know, apart from loyalty, we ladies have another thing to uphold. Think what will make your parents happy." Tara Didi left no option for Priya. Friends, that's end of chapter 5. Please let us know in comment section how you are liking this novel. Also, there are lot more videos that my friends are putting up there, so please enjoy those videos. Thank you.